Hello, Mongo developers. My name is Vishwajit Davarkar. I'm an enterprise solutions engineer at SingleStore. Today, I'm going to show you how you can utilize SingleStore Kai to use SingleStore to process the data which is right now going to Mongo without making even a single line of code change. For this, I have set up something called a finance tracker project. It is available in my GitHub. I'll make sure to share the link for the same. What you want to do before you go to this, I have pre-populated some data in my Mongo Atlas cluster. You can see it here. We have some 14,565 documents, and we have three other documents in the user section. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to Single Store Customer Portal. This is a simple workspace I have created with an S00. That's the most basic offering for Single Store. I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the SQL editor. Here, I'm gonna create a database from scratch. I just want to make sure that everyone follows that when creating the workspace while the database is getting created, we go to deployments. You want to go to the settings and edit workspace setting, and here you want to see that single stock API is enabled. If not, you can just enable it over here. Once that is done, as we just did, you want to create a database and then use expense wise. And once we do that, we want to create a Mongo link. For that, I have already created one, so I'm just going to copy paste this. You can see that I am not going to create a table or anything. I'm just going to create a Mongo link. For this, the hosts are in this cluster. If you go to Mongo Atlas cluster, you want to go to overview, and here you'll see all the three. What you want to do, you want to just open the primary one first, then copy this part, and you paste it into your host section, and then you do for the rest of the two same thing. Once you do, you can put down some standard things like the add credentials of username, password, and then just create it. Once you create it, it will create a Mongo link. Once run, it will take care of creating tables and pipelines, and if needed, some stored procedures as well. I'm gonna go ahead and create that Mongo link, tables, and whatever extra is required based on that Mongo link. It will take a moment. Now, till this is happening, I'm just gonna go ahead and start my Python project like app.py. The code for this is totally based on if you can go through the code, it is totally compatible for Mongo. I have not made any changes for it to be single store compatible. All the analytics and everything that are required for the application to work are written in the Mongo Go supported code. Going back, our pipelines and everything is corrected. Let me show this. Show pipeline and pipelines. You'll see there are two pipelines which are started. Let's go ahead and start those. Oh yeah, we also have the tables created. Show tables, right? Transactions and users. I'm just gonna go ahead and start all pipelines. Before I do that, let me just show you something. Select count star from users and copy paste, and the other table is transactions. I'm just gonna paste it here. So right now the count for users is 0 and transactions is 0. In Mongo, if you see, let me go back to the database and browse collections. Here you'll see that the transaction have like 14,565, and we should have 3 users or something, which I created for test reasons. Right now, I'm just gonna go back and start all pipelines. Right, what this is gonna do, right? It's gonna go and pull the data from the Mongo Atlas cluster. And again, this comes as an inbuilt package. You are not paying for anything extra. And now if I take a count, okay, let's give it a moment. While this is happening, what I'm gonna go to our the application that we have started. Once opened, you will see something like this. To show you how it is working with Mongo, I'm just going to copy this. This is my Mongo URI. Then database name is bank name. I know it's at the two times. You can just remove this. And when I click on submit, it will ask for username and password. Now I'm just going to give a username and password which I had created when making this video. Now when you log in, it is going to Mongo. You'll see here it is powered by Mongo right now, and here you can see the home page. Then you can go to transactions to check out all previous transactions. Then you can check the statistics, where you can select just a specific month. For example, let me select May of 2023. I have some previous data which I updated, and you can see this is how this looks. Pretty cool, I would say. Statistics. Then to add a transaction, obviously, we can click on transactions. Here we have options. I have added options to, like, you can export everything, all transactions to CSV, or you can import from CSV. Right now it requires you to have a specific format, but you can add a manually transaction like this. But I wanted to create something more efficient, so I created this. I'm just going to add, I spent 100 rupees for breakfast. uh, Breakfast today. That's it. And I'm going to click on submit. What it's going to do, it's going to use an LLM to create the transaction for us. It's not using any code. It's all taken care by the transaction, and you can see it is added. I bought a bag of 1500 rupees today afternoon at 2 p.m. using UPI. Right, what it's gonna do, it's gonna add this as well. Now in real time you can go to transactions, and let me just go back. Yeah, just a second. Yeah, transactions. Here you'll see bought a bag and breakfast expense, both of those are added here. And if we go to Atlas Cloud, like we had like 14,565. If I refresh this, you'll see like two records added, like 567 now. Now let's go back to our single store, and let's take a look at the transactions records. Right, 14,565. Right now all the transactions that are in Mongo or going to Mongo or happening in the Mongo, they are being replicated into single store in real time. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to my app, and then I'm just going to click on logout. I'm going back to my cluster again, deployments. Here you want to click on connect, and you want to click on MongoDB client. When you click on that, okay, I need to create a password, so let me just do that quickly. uh, okay, I'm just gonna put a standard one. Let me hide that. Okay, a standard password, copying it for future reference. Now that is created, we just need this URI. I'm gonna copy this. Okay, I have copied it. I'm gonna go back, and I had one created already. I'm gonna paste it here, and I think I'll need to just copy this and then go to my application database URI, paste this, and the database name. Now we also created, I think, something called expense wise only. Selecting this, pasting it, submit. Now, thing to notice, I am going to use the exact same credentials which I used for Mongo, and I never created an user manually into the single store. We can see it into by taking the count of users table that our all three users are already copied in there. Now you'll see what you want to check is you want to go to transactions, and you'll see bought a bag, breakfast expense, all two latest transactions we did, they are already available here. This showcases you that without even changing a single line of code, you were able to add on uh, single store as your database and have your analytics done faster. We have various statistics and features for single store Kai in our documentation. I'll share the link for this under the video as well. Also, this code is freely available for everyone, so you can go ahead and start using this code. Thank you.